Good morning. Good morning. We have sunshine this morning. My garden is waterlogged. I mean, the good news was I didn't have to water it. The bad news is it's waterlogged. I hope it recovers, but I didn't see much rain coming in the future. All right, let's call this meeting to order. And I'd like to invite Barbara Hooper up to give us an invocation to get us off on the right foot. Thank you, Barbara.
Good morning. Good morning. What I'm about to say is adapted from an invocation at a Volusia County Council meeting. As we gather, let's take a moment to reflect on the opportunity before us. Cypress Village is where ideas become action, where decisions shape lives, and where people from different walks of life come together to build something greater than themselves. Each of us here carries unique experiences, beliefs, and perspectives. But what unites us is a shared commitment to this community, a desire to see Cypress Village thrive. Progress is not achieved in isolation. It requires cooperation, patience, and the courage to listen. As American author Edward Everett Hale once said, "Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success." Keeping this in mind, may we approach today's gathering with open minds. May we be guided by wisdom, not haste, by compassion, not division. With gratitude for the opportunity to gather together, let us move forward together with thoughtfulness and resolve.
Thank you, Barbara. And now I'd like to invite Lewis Adams up to the podium to lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much, Lewis. Now, it's not on your agenda, but I have a great surprise for you. Leo Warner is going to come up and discuss the Treasury report, and I believe he had some questions he wanted to address. So, oh, he has answers. You all had the questions. All right, Leo, entertain us.
No, we're going to do a real Treasury report. I need somebody to assist me. Just one show of hands. Somebody want to help me? Anybody? Huh? You?
Oh, be brave.
Come on. Oh, you don't have to stand. I'll come to you. All right, we're going to do a Treasury report, but the people that watch this on tape, they don't have that piece of paper. So turn over your piece of paper right there. And do you see a Treasury report? Get your glasses on. You need your hearing aids too? Did you need your hearing aids? Okay, say loudly with confidence how much money we have.
$1,001.57.
How about that? There you go. Now they know and you know. Seriously, hey, by the way, would you like to be the assistant treasurer from here on?
No, thank you.
Seriously, I got an email, I guess about a month ago or so, asking a lot of questions about the Treasury report. So I thought I would kick that around a little bit with you. First off, the first question was, what is an honesty box? To tell you the truth, I didn't know what it was when I took this job. But way back in colonial times, when RAC was really young, they decided that a copy machine would be nice for the residents. So they bought a copy machine so you can make copies for Uncle Sam, or if you're working on a will and you want an extra copy for one of your children so they get their share of the dough. So they put a nice machine in there so you can make copies, and then they thought they'd need to offset costs for paper and repair, so they put a box in there for donations if you make a copy. And they named it the Honesty Box. And then immediately put a padlock on it. But that's the Honesty Box. But seriously, if you run copies, you make a decision how much you want to put in the box for the copy, because there is copy paper and repairs in that. Also, if you want to make a donation to RAC, you can put the money in there. We'll find it. If you forget your dollar for coffee chat, you can come back later and put your dollar in there. We'll find it. And if you have just some money you don't know what to do with, you put it in there. I will find it. Okay, now, the other part is, where does all this money come, this big wad of $1,000? Well, it comes 95% of it probably from Coffee Chat, because everybody kicks in $1, and that's where we get most of our money. The other question was, what do you do with the money? Well, we donate all the money usually to the scholarship fund or the appreciation fund, but all your money, every damn nickel, goes to charity. So it's all going to a good cause. We have to keep $500 in that account so we don't have any charges. But that's the long and the short of the Treasury report. This week, and it's been a little bit embarrassing, but a lot of people have come up to me and wanted to know if I knew the Pope. You know, Pope Leo. I said, no. I said, no. Well, I know him. I mean, I watched it and everything. But before I leave, if I do blessings, if you want a blessing, just raise your hand. You want a blessing before I leave? Nobody wants a blessing. Well, you're going to get one anyway. May the Lord be with you. God bless all of you.
Wonderful as always, Leo. Thank you. I did neglect to remind you to silence your devices, please, while we go forward. I silence mine. All right, next is our Human Resources recognition. I do not know. Oh, here we come. Our new leader in Human Resources. All right, thank you very much. Take care, Emily.
Good morning, everyone. We're all ready and zesty to start the day. Actually, Lester and I came in and saw Night Shift last night and took a little card around. That's one of the things that we do from a recognition standpoint. We had others that participated. We have a culture committee, and it is all about associate recognition, appreciation, thanking them for everything they do. And as you all know, we operate 24/7. So we came in last night. The first and second shift, we visited with them yesterday just to say thank you. But then, of course, we surprised Night Shift. Of course, we gave them some Starbucks espresso and, but it was really interesting. And Lester, you correct me if I'm wrong. One of the things that surprised me was what one of their favorite items off the fun cart was. So we had all types of different items. We had like Rice Krispie treats. We had like fruit snacks, we had the drinks. One of the things they went after the quickest, and this is Night Shift, so lesson learned, beef jerky. Who would know, right? I was like, okay, I like beef jerky, but but then I'm thinking, okay, well, they're at their evening because they're finishing their shift, so I thought that was really neat. So what we would like to definitely do is share the recognition for May for our Rookie of the Month and then our Employee of the Month. And the first one that we would like to recognize is Tiffany Clue. And I do not believe that she is here, right, Lester? Is she? Oh, Tiffany, come on. And Lester, come on. Good morning. Congratulations.
Very well deserved. Hi, everyone. Hi. Tiffany, how are you doing? A little nervous, huh? That's okay. You'll get used to this. Next is Employee of the Month, Leader of the Quarter. You're heading somewhere. So when I interviewed Tiffany, Natalie had already spoken with her. And Natalie wanted me to sit down and, get to know her. And I'm interviewing Tiffany, and I'm like, it's too good to be true. And it's everything is checking off. And then Natalie confesses to me that she knows her mother and that it all made sense now why we were getting such a great employee, because she's been trained, taught well. Her residents love her. She does such an amazing job, such a kind heart. She goes above and beyond. I don't think I've seen her in a bad mood. There's always a smile. And anytime you ask, I'm having a great day. So thank you so much for everything you do. Keep up the good work. We're proud to have you here. And here we are.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you so much, Tiffany. Keep up the good work. More to come. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Leslie. Congratulations again, Tiffany. Our next Rookie of the Month is Lily Bartley. She is a caregiver in the assisted living. Unfortunately, Connie and Lily were unable to make it this morning. But moving on to our May Employees of the Month. So interestingly, our healthcare did amazing on the survey, and we couldn't help but just keep nominating healthcare, right? We're like, okay. So I'd like to welcome Shelby. She's our Director of Nursing from the healthcare up. Woo! And we have 2 Employees of the Month for May. They're both from healthcare. The first one is not here. Melissa? She's on her way. Melissa? Okay. But Debbie's here. Okay. Well, then I will let you take it over.
Debbie, come up here. I don't want to be alone. So Debbie is our social service director, and her and I work hand in hand, long hours, all day, every day. And she is amazing at what she does. When I'm leaving slightly late, Debbie is still chugging away in her office to make sure that our short-term patients have all of their needs, their DME, their home health, answering calls after calls from families, trying to help them navigate through the situation that they're all in. And then our long-term care resident, she is also chatting with families, making sure that everything for their life with us is still good, addressing all of their needs. We couldn't ask for a better social service director and better employee of the month for healthcare than Debbie. She is amazing at what she does. Do you want to say something? No? Yeah.
So I just want to say that for any of you that if you do find your way into short-term rehab just to get a tune-up or something and have to head back home, just know that we have a very strong team. We work very closely together to make sure that you have a good discharge plan home, that we get you where you need to be and make sure that you have what you need when you go home. We work very closely not only with you, but also with your families, because we know they have lots and lots of questions, and we want to make sure that at the end of the day, they're very confident with what we're doing for you and what we have in place for you. So thank you. I love what I do.
Quick story about Debbie. When she first started, I kept hearing, man, Debbie and Delora are doing a great job, taking care of all this. I'm like, Debbie and Delora, who are these ladies? And then to find out it was one person, it was quite amazing. Thank you.
Let me talk about Melissa real quick. So Melissa is in our healthcare currently working hard, taking care of all of her patients, but I wanted to say something quickly about her. She is the human form of sunshine. She lightens up every room she walks into. She is always smiling, laughing, making sure her patients feel loved. Especially when they are going through a hard time, a health change, their families aren't at bedside all the time. So she is just a wonderful nurse. I need like 17 more of her, and we are just very lucky to have her.
So before you go anywhere, if we could get a really loud round of applause. Last week we celebrated Nurses Week. Shelby, your team, all the nurses, thank you for everything that you do. So. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
And then I just wanted to do a quick announcement about the Department of the Quarter Award. For quarter 2, we nominated the business office. And for those of you that have heard about our employee town hall, you might have got a kick out of it because we actually did a little mini Thai roast at the beginning, just to make sure that everyone understands that behind the leader is a good force of support, and that would be the business office. They held in support of HR together. Before I got here, they support Ty so that he can continue to lead and strategize. And as with every department, we all play a role, and we definitely wanted to recognize them. So, thank you so much to the business office. I'm going to turn it. Yeah.
Okay, I get the pleasure of introducing Dave Green. We all know who he is, and he will be our director spokesman for the day. And then at the end, I have some very interesting updates. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Pam. Good morning, everybody. First off, I'd like thank everybody who came out to the Birdies putting contest last week and saw my great victory. But the donations to the K9 for Warriors is really awesome, so I'd like to thank that very much. A couple updates from the maintenance department. They're on the green roof right now, tearing off the old turf. New turf is supposed to arrive on Thursday. So we're using that time to run water lines and stuff to the new pots and plants that are going to be going up there. The furniture is already here. I have had it behind healthcare for about 3 weeks now. The fire marshal is coming tomorrow to do the CO for the facility. So after the new turf goes up, which should be by the end of the week, I hope, early or latest next week, we'll get the furniture up there and we can start hanging out. It's a really nice area. We have some more tweaking to do. It's a little loud. The pergola works great with the, it's got louvers that go up and down to block the sun. So we'll get more use out of it than we thought. I'm very happy how it's coming out. We had obviously bumps and turns, but worst job ever, to be honest with you. Pressure washer, they're on Goldcrest. They think they're going to be done either today or tomorrow on Goldcrest and moving on to Croton. So I'm getting nothing but a ton of compliments about Harrison and his kids out there. So if you have anything special, he'll be more than happy to do it for you out there in the homes. And then we'll be doing the building again come January. But I have Harrison basically on retainer all year round now. So anytime we need anything quickly done, he's on the spot. This is a big one. The asphalt for the front circle is the May 29th and 30th. We've decided just to do the circle first and get that out of the way, and then we'll have a plan to do the parking garage restriping probably either towards the end of June. That's going to be including everybody, because anybody who parks in the parking garage or on the top of the parking garage is going to be affected by that. But it's one of our biggest parking complaints is it says reserved, it's not reserved, it has numbers, what number am I? all these other things. So we're going to get that all straightened out in this one swoop. So it'll be hectic for probably a day or two, but in the long run, everybody will be happy. The drain in the front of the building that was clogged is finally unclogged. It took, I don't know, almost 2 weeks of digging to try to get through the roots from that cypress tree to get through it and get to where the drain pipe was and get it replaced and rerouted. So finally that's working out, and we're very happy. We won't have flooding in the C lobby anymore or the library. So that's all good. That's all I got right now. Actually, the entries to the pool are probably, we're waiting. He didn't order enough of the PVC wainscot. It's coming in next week, so that's when we'll do the other side. We have Ty and I are looking at the entry floor next, try to figure out something that's non-skid and will hold up to the weather, especially one that gets no sun. So we just got to, we have a couple good ideas. Mark, our flooring guy, is working on it as we speak. And when Ty gets back from Houston next week, we'll be presenting them to him. So yeah, they had a sales leadership meeting and for the whole company in Houston this week. So that's where him and Stephanie are. Sarah got out of it because of the baby, so that's always a good thing. She hates traveling to begin with, and baby works out. That's all I got this week. Oh.
Could you please address the landscaping work order?
Okay. So earlier this week, we sent a non-compliance letter to Tree Amigos, and we've given them 30 days to get it resolved. And that goes from mostly the manpower problem that they're having at the moment. We don't have an irrigation guy on property or a backpack sprayer guy, the guy going around spraying the weeds. So there's been other issues, long-standing work orders for irrigation problems where they're not being taken care of in a timely manner. And so we sent them a non-compliant letter with 30 days to get it resolved. So at the end of 30 days, if it doesn't get resolved, then I'm going to start looking to bid out. I'll give them their 30 days notice and look at bidding out the contract. Now that sounds great and everything, but I wasn't here when Tree Amigos took over from, I think it was True Green or something to that effect, and it's a good disaster. They are going to have to replace all the buildings or buy them, I guess, is a possibility, because all the buildings over there are owned by Tree Amigos, even though it's on our lot. But they put all that stuff in there, their office, their storage area. So that will all have to be replaced, plus they'll have to get to know the property, take over everything. It will be very bumpy. It's not that I don't think this needs to happen, what I'm doing right now. I just hope they get it straight and I don't have to replace them. That would be the best case scenario. Okay. Elevators, you all got the letter last week, I'm assuming. All that's going well. We have an issue which will be solved today. We just have a leveling issue in the B right side elevator. He thought he had it last night, but he needs to bring a second guy back because it needs to be 2 people. So that's happening this morning. And but we're looking forward to the A elevators being changed. Obviously, one will be down at a time, and it's usually about 12 weeks that they're down for the replacement. Good news is the new contract that they just signed has liquidated damages if they doesn't get done in the time frame allotted, and so they'll be motivated to get it done in time. The new company, for those who don't know yet, is Kone, K-O-N-E. They're a national company, worldwide actually, so we're very happy with them coming in, and they'll eventually take over the whole facility. It's just going to take time because they don't want to take over Mallory's equipment, and we don't really want them to, because anybody that was here about 12 years ago would remember when we replaced Mallory with Schindler, and Schindler couldn't get Mallory parts, and we had elevators down for 6 months at a time. That was before me, but people have no problem reminding me about that. So you see my committee chairman over there, that's why we have so many people wanting to get on the maintenance committee, because we have such a good time during the meeting. So, anything else you got for me? No. Okay. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you.
The only thing I have is I am tired of ducking and getting swatted by branches and leaves on the common area. On the what we call the hedge on Goldcrest and that. It's single file. My neighbors who have walkers can't get by without going on the grass, and of course they can't go on the grass. And that whole area between Silkvine on William Davis by the lake, it's in your eyes. Granted, not for all of you, but it is for me. All right, thank you very much, Dave. Okay, first of all, I wanted to, he mentioned birdies and what is it, barbecue, that's right. Anyway, I am so happy to announce, well, first of all, I want to thank everybody who was involved. It was a team effort, it takes a village, directors, residents, it was awesome. And the good Lord cooperated by giving us a nice day. So we had a little over $3,000 that will be going to Canine for Warriors. From Cypress Village. So it was incredibly successful. Besides being a lot of fun, I think Ty took off to go to Houston because he was defeated. 3 years in a row. And this year was by 2 strokes. So, and the other thing is reporting for the scholarship fund. I am happy to report that as of today, there was $96,700 contributed again by all you generous people and all you people out there in Videoland. We really appreciate it. The goal was $100,000, and anyone as the year goes on is welcome to just put a check in the box to continue. It doesn't have to be, we can't solicit anymore, but you're all welcome to contribute. And Paul was couldn't be here, but wanted you to all know how happy him and his committee is over that $96,000 and still has hope for a little bit more. And cash is absolutely accepted, okay? It is a charitable fund, so if you have a check, then it's something you can write off. But cash is very accepted. It could be $5. Just put it in the box. Put it in an envelope so we know it's scholarship fund. Unless you put it in the scholarship box, but for whatever reason, people won't do that. Okay, the next thing I'd like your attention while I recognize Barbara Hooper, who we all know and love, but she has been our designated resident representative, thank you, gosh, it's getting old. Designated resident representative since we started it here, and that's fulfilling statute 651.085, which Jim could talk to you about if you wanted more information on FLICRA, the Florida statute, which FLICRA has a lot to do with getting our needs and protecting our rights. She has been there for a couple of years, I think it's closer to 5, has submitted her resignation, and while we hate to lose her, we do appreciate her service. She has been so active here in Cypress Village. She's been president of the council. She's on a lot of committees. She is truly a huge contributor to the life and activities we have here at Cypress Village. She is still very active. She's heading up or leading strongly in the Cypress Village Log, which is a favorite publication of us residents here. And I'd like you to join me in giving her a good round of applause. We don't say it enough, Barbara, but we really appreciate all you do. and look forward to your continued support and leadership in different areas that you feel comfortable in. Based on that, again, the rules, Florida Statute 651.085, that the RAC, the Resident Advisory Council, then discusses, appoints, selects, and appoints a new representative. We have done that, and our new representative will be Louise Fontecchio, and she will be working with, well, not working with Sarah, but involved with attending preliminary budget meetings with Sarah and the RAC. And again, her responsibility has nothing to do with the RAC other than we appoint her, but she will be representing the residents in discussions of any changes in fees and services. So I'm happy to report that too, and I'd also like to welcome back Linda Doherty, who is looking quite good. And and she shared with me last week that she's going to put out an article in the June Log going through everything about the EAF and hopefully answering a lot of people's questions that have stated it. And we look forward to this new year with additional members of that committee, and going forward that Linda will lead. So with that, I'd like to adjourn and say have a blessed week, and I'll see you next month. Bye.